Des, as you guys finally get acclimated to being back home for a change, what was the focus of practice today, and what were the things you guys were talking about?
Just real dialogue, real conversations, talking about areas where we can improve and where we can be better. I thought it was good. It's early in the season, so we're all still trying to find our way and fill the niche. And coaches kind of laid it out there, what's expected of each of us, and we got some clarity on what needs to be done.
What's the biggest adjustment that you think needs to be made to figure this out?
I think it all starts on the defensive side of the ball for us. I mean, that's got to be our calling card, and then when we do get it on offense, just the unselfish play. Whatever the right play is, that's the play that needs to be made, regardless, who's in what position.
What's this team has a pretty established defensive identity and rules. What's been the biggest adjustment for you to kind of learn and integrate into what they're trying to do on the defensive end?
Just a few of the rotations. Coach Jenkins was very detailed, but had his own system, and Tomas, had his own system as well. So just getting acclimated to that. I feel like I'm picking up on it, but there's still a few times, where I'll get lost in a rotation or whatnot. But it's getting there.
Is the process of kind of integrating and coming together? I'm sure there's some frustration with the results, but is it coming along as you'd like, or as you expected it to, or what's kind of that process?
Yeah, I mean, I talked with Jeff before the season started, and we talked a little bit today too. But I was just saying, it's a decent chance it gets off to a little bit of a rocky start, just because things are new, and we're trying to put so much together in a short amount of time. So it's a long season. I'd rather be playing our best basketball in April and May, than October. So still a long way to go, and I feel like we'll get there.
How would you evaluate the ball movement and the passes themselves from what you guys have seen so far?
For us?
Yeah.
I think that every team probably goes into the locker room and into the coaches' meetings and says that they need to pass the ball more. I think that's, how most of the best offenses, move, and, we definitely got to make some strides in that area, but I think everybody's aware, and we got really good people in here, so I expect us to make that adjustment.
Des, it's hard to be a good defender in this league, a good team defense. What goes into the fine details of being a good individual and team defender?
I think it's like attention to detail, number one. Attention to detail, knowing your schemes, knowing personnel, knowing what we're doing. And then secondly, I think it's just will. It's a lot of things that go on throughout a game. But just how locked in and how focused are you will ultimately determine.
What are the conversations like? I know maybe you haven't gotten off to the offensive start that you'd hope for, but what are the conversations like to kind of find your place in the offense and find ways to get yourself going?
We're talking about spacing, in different ways, just to give everybody more opportunities and more space to operate. I think that's been a huge talking point, and then like we said, just making the right play. We all got a lot of responsibility, with the ball in our hands and different actions and things like that. So just continuing to make the unselfish plays.
Thanks, Des.
Thank you.